Welcome to Mike's Harder After Hours. I'm Joe.
I'm Colton.
And as always, Don the Filthy Whore.
How y'all doing?
Don, would you like to introduce our guest?
Tonight we have one of my coworkers. I don't know how to introduce you. 'Cause I call you Junior. But your name is Ryan.
I think a lot of people call me Junior at work, at least.
Yeah.
Well, how do you want to be addressed?
Big Daddy would work.
Ethan's already gone.
You can just call me Ryan. That's fine.
All right.
That's gonna go over well.
That needs to go in the title.
Big Daddy?
We interview Big Daddy.
Anytime anybody says Big Daddy, I think of the Adam Sandler movie.
That's a good movie, though.
Dude, fantastic
I wipe
movie.
my own ass.
I can't pee. Will you pee with me? What, he can't come in and take a piss?
I forgot Scuba Steve at home, actually.
So how's everybody's week been so far? Everybody recuperating from the election?
Oh, dude, my week has been fantastic. I already told you why.
Anybody have to go to a safe space, do some coloring, pet a dog or anything after the election?
No.
Nope.
Shave my head.
I seen that.
You did that night of the election.
You having a crisis?
No.
It's the midlife crisis.
It's usually what I do when I get mad. I shave my head.
No, my daughter wanted to shave my head while we were recording. I'm like, okay, whatever.
Dude, you honestly look like you lost about 15 pounds just shaving your head.
Maybe you should do that.
I get a bald fade every time,
beat me
motherfucker.
to it.
It doesn't work.
No, you gotta shave it bald, then you're gonna lose like 10 pounds.
That's not a thing. I'm good.
Waxing his eyebrows is good for at least 0.2 of an ounce.
Yeah.
Fuck you.
When are we doing that wax your asshole episode?
You buy the shit, you can do it anytime you want.
All right. I think we got next week planned.
And I don't mean like buy a kit, motherfucker. You're not spreading wax on my asshole. I mean buy the fucking strips. You can put a strip on, you can pull a strip off. You're not fucking putting wax on my
Dude, I'm
asshole.
going to pull it like I'm starting a lawnmower.
Ooh, man, that hurt.
It's going to sound like
That
a
would
souped
not
up
feel
Kawasaki.
It's going to sound like Velcro, probably. I'm going to make sure there's some fucking dingleberries down there for you.
Everybody's going to be like, is old Joe taking his shoes off? Why is Colton screaming? Oh, shit.
I've shaved my butthole one time.
Oh.
And the growing back of the hair
Yeah, no.
was enough that I was like, never again. Not a fucking chance.
Never
It was
again.
itchy, huh?
Oh, dude, it was itchy and like prickly.
You ought to do the jail shave. Spread your cheeks and have somebody just burn the hairs off with a lighter. They don't.
If you think I trust anyone enough to come near my asshole with a lighter, you're on drugs.
Well, you go in loaded in case they fuck up. You just fart.
You and I have a different definition of loaded. The gas is not what I want to come out of the firearm when I shoot.
Nah, ain't no one going near my butt. Ain't happening.
I've had way too many things near and on my butt.
Yeah, I'm good.
You never had your ass eaten?
Don't lie down.
No, I have not.
Just fucked, huh?
Nope. Absolutely not.
The only one that could testify to the contrary is the goat he left down in Tennessee.
Well, or we could find that John that he took out on fucking Lake Erie when fucking Huffman lost his guns.
I don't know what the fuck Huffman was talking about.
He said that's how he lost his guns, helping you out with your business.
I've only had, I think, one person touch my asshole, and that was for a prostate exam. That's been it.
You loved it, didn't
He
you?
liked it.
No, I did
He definitely liked it.
No, I did not.
You got
Scheduled
duped.
another one right
You got
after.
duped. They did that shit through a blood test now.
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Todd's like, that guy just wanted to touch my ass.
Don was the last patient.
Well, this was 20 years ago, so.
20 years ago, motherfucker. How old are you?
At least in his 50s.
Or it's a little less than 20 years ago. I was 25 when I had it done.
Why?
Because I was having a lot of stomach issues and
Oh, I was like, who the fuck gets a prostate check at 25?
I got one as well.
Well, yeah, but you like shit in your ass.
Well, my ex had stepped out,
Right.
and I was having issues. So I got like the full lower body exam. That was the same time I got introduced to the long Q-tip that now you just pee in a cup.
I've had the long Q-tip.
Oh, God.
What's a long Q-tip?
STD test.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have that.
Yeah. Straight down the urethra, about 4.5 inches.
The fucked up thing is, when I got it done, she's like, now this isn't gonna hurt, it's just gonna be pressure. And as soon as she started to put it in, I was like, you lying fucking bitch. Lie straight to my face and tell me it's not gonna hurt. And she's like, you gotta be careful, you can't move too much or I could damage something. I'm like, fuck you.
My doctor pulls out the swab, and I'm like, oh, man. And he goes, I know. And then he puts his gloves on, and he goes, first, we got to do this. And I'm like, oh. He goes, but I got small hands. So, I got that done.
Small hands, big cock.
I'm like, oh, man. Yeah, not pleasant. Not pleasant. I think I was probably about 25. Yeah, no fun.
I had the prostate exam, then the colonoscopy right after that, or a couple days after that.
I have had a colonoscopy. I had a colonoscopy and endoscopy at the same time.
That's what I got when I went back in, August or whatever it
Yeah.
was. I went just as preventative because I'm at that age, which now I guess we would have sent you. Well, you waited an extra year, so I just went on my own.
Responsibilities.
Runs in my family. Prostate cancer does, so it's like, well, I need to go and get it done. Thankfully,
Joe enjoys the procedure as well.
you know, it's the waking up part that's kind of fun. Like,
Kind of like when Bill
that
Cosby
really
gets done with you.
yeah. Did that really just happen? Why do I have a craving for a pudding pop?
Am I supposed to not remember it?
Wakes up reminiscing.
I woke up farting.
Oh yeah, I forgot to
Puffy
tell you.
full of
I forgot
air.
to tell you. I woke up in the middle, but I enjoyed it so much. I just acted like I was
Pretended
asleep.
to sleep.
Oh, man.
So Ryan, what do you do all day other than carry Don's tools?
Well, he
That's
does
about
the
it.
work for Don, as far as I know. Don stands back and just watches.
I figured he carries the tools, and then once he gets them where Don wants them, Don tells him what to do.
Yeah, it's something like that. I mean,
It is kind of like that.
it really is. No, see, Don's the only one that actually teach me at that company. So, like, all the other people, like, they'll just do it and they'll, like, expect me to, like, I get, like, watching, but, like, they'll just do it and then we'll go to, like, a different spot and then they'll just be like, all right, do it. But, like, Don's, like, the only one that'll be, like, he'll do it, like, right in front of me and then as he's doing it, he'll be like, okay, I just did that. So, like, today we were putting up, like, studs in the, like, attic. And Don was doing it. He did, like, 3, and then, like, I watched him. And then he was like, all right, well, you know, go do the same thing on that side. And, like, Don's really good at answering my questions.
Don, are you grooming this young man?
Trying. I'm trying.
If it works out, maybe you'll get a raise.
I doubt that. I doubt that.
I'm supposed to have a raise every time we do a house set.
Oof.
That doesn't happen.
But I guarantee you Brian's not going to hold his word to that. 'Cause
What do you mean a house set?
Literally set a house on a foundation.
yeah,
Oh, set. Oh, I thought you meant like a set of houses.
they're modular homes, and we use a crane to set them in place.
Okay.
A big crane.
Why?
Yeah, it's a
why are
little
you
thing.
supposed to get one every time you set a house on a foundation?
Because that was the agreement when I moved back here. When he begged me to come back.
I take it doesn't happen very often.
It does and it doesn't.
Seasonal, kind of.
Oh,
Not till, like, spring when we get them, 32, I think?
52.
52.
Oh, so you should get 52 raises.
It's
Or is it like per location?
not really raised, but it's
Like a bonus.
a bonus.
Oh, okay.
Like my pay increases for that job because
Because it's a hard job.
I'm taking over, dealing with the crane and everything, and so I'm like, all right. Right now we have another guy doing things that he's been doing it for years. He's teaching me how to do shit because he wants to retire. He wants to be done. But he is going to help a little bit. So eventually it's just going to be me.
Then do you get to set your own wage?
God, I wish.
I feel like you should be able to do that now. The way Brian...
Man, this guy is like a professional glazer over here. He's like, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, because, like, Don taught me a lot of stuff. Don taught me basically everything I know about construction work.
He knows I don't get paid enough for what I do.
Literally.
And what I know. I mean, I really don't.
I don't know anything
But at the same time, Brian doesn't pay anybody
what they're worth.
what they're worth.
Literally.
He's got to make money.
I worked for Brian for like 4 years, and when I first started out, I was making $12 an hour. And then I started working for him in 2017 to like 2019. I went from $12 to $13 in 2 years.
I mean, that's not awful. It's probably better than a lot of places, honestly. $1 raise in 2 years.
Kinda.
But it's the
I worked for Brian.
if it's consistently every 2 years part that's the problem.
I've worked for Brian for almost 20 years. And I started at $10 an hour. And I'm at 23.
I started.
Well, that's about every 2 years.
And I'm the one. So there's Brian.
I'm not saying that you're not worth more.
Right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying that it is about consistently every 2 years by that math.
Brian's the one that owns it.
Yeah.
His brother runs it.
Okay.
And I'm the next one that has in the charge.
The big cheese.
I've never heard you call
He's
it
the
that.
big cheese in charge of Big Daddy.
I will never call you Big Daddy at work.
Dude,
Oh, stop. He's lying. He's lying.
He's about to
lying
go
on
to
the
work tomorrow and
podcast.
be like, "Hey, Big Cheese, you ready for Big Daddy?"
He's lying. Don't let him fool you. He's lying. He called me Pookie this morning. Don't let him fool you.
That's not
You
surprising.
stepping out on me?
I felt
Whore!
bad. I felt bad for him. We're in the middle of trying to jump the wall because the battery was dead. He's in the box truck. He's just laying his head across the thing, and I just walk over. I'm like, "You okay, Pookie?"
Don, I got 2 kids, man.
He
I was
looked at
tired.
me. He's
So
like,
I was tired, man. My kids didn't go to bed till like 12:30 last night. I was tired.
I'd have been in bed way before that. Let somebody else deal with that bullshit.
I sent him a
Yeah, the
message.
school system tomorrow when they don't fucking sleep.
I sent him a message last night. I said, "We still go for 7 in the morning?" I get a response back. I don't know. This is 10:30. He's like, "I'll let you know in the morning. I'm just now going to bed." I said, "I'm just now getting home from the Legion."
No, I just got done working on my car.
Yeah,
That's
you-
what it was.
You said, "I got done working on my car. I'm getting ready to go to bed."
Oh yeah, you're right.
And I'm like, "I just got home from the Legion. I've been drinking all night long."
He's a show off.
Well, that's because you're an alcoholic.
That's the truth, though.
I mean,
Well, the Legion's where the meetings are.
I mean that'd be like if
I had to go for the meeting. I'm
that'd
an
be like if
officer.
somebody texted me at fucking 4 a.m. when I was doing fucking blow every day of the week, and I was like,
Well, you
Oh,
know
well,
you're awake.
"Well, I was doing fucking coke all night. I'm still doing coke." Doesn't really hold up, my dude. Be one thing if you like drank once a month and it was like, "Well, I was out drinking until fucking 10:30 last night." That'd be a little more impressive.
It was about midnight when I went to bed, and I was up at 5:30, ready to go.
Well, quit eating pussy so long and just put it in. Goddamn.
If she was at my house, I would.
And here I am, totally unimpressive. I was in bed like 8:15.
I laid down at 8:30. 30.
Before I had my daughter, that was me. I just go home, play my video game, and then crash out.
Trust me, when I left here last night after we ate dinner,
Yeah.
I wanted to go home and go to bed.
That was good dinner.
I decided, I'm going to do more things at the Legion and become another officer for another position, and
What are you going after now?
I ain't doing shit now. I'll stay sergeant of arms as long as they let me do it. I don't give a fuck.
Do you get to hold the guns?
No.
Do you get to hold one of their guns?
No.
He's not allowed to talk
He
about
just
it.
has 2 arms. And they call him Sergeant.
Are there any that don't have an arm?
They call that Sarge.
I think Doc was the sergeant of arms at one time.
That's
You mean
funny.
Sergeant of Arm?
He's also Sergeant of Gotham with that Batwing. Not sorry, Doc.
I wonder if Doc listens to this.
I doubt it. He might once people fucking hear it and fucking tell him about it.
There's the Sergeant of
come on.
Gotham.
Our 20 listeners maybe know him.
Well, if you wore your shit to the fucking Legion or the V or wherever, and one of them listens to this episode,
True story.
definitely getting back to Doc.
Could. Potentially.
Hell, if he comes over for Sunday dinner next week, I'll play it for him.
Oh, fuck.
So is construction something you want to keep doing?
No. No, just kidding. No.
What do you want to do?
Bang
I mean,
lines and do lines.
there was like, I'd say probably like 2 years out of, cause like I'd work for Brian and then complain about not getting paid enough.
Yeah.
Cause like I was saying, like back when I was making like $12 an hour, like there was people making like what I make right now. So like, I don't know, I was young. So I was like, oh, I'm worth more money. So then my brother, he's a welder. So I went to Fort County for welding.
Yeah.
And I was a pretty damn good welder. And so I did that. But jobs out here, like welding jobs, they really don't pay a lot. I really want to weld on an oil rig. That's what I want to do.
That's good money.
That's good money, but
my
fuck
brother,
all that.
my brother, he just bought a part of North Star, welding and stuff. Not part of North Star, but like there was a company out there, and the owner like had his son working for him, but like he like bypassed his son, asked my brother to buy it, so my brother bought it. It was like $1 million company,
Oh, wow.
and before he got in, that whole North Star biz, he actually went down to Hawaii and Pearl Harbor, offered him a job, but he didn't want to move out there. So
I don't think
I
I think
think-
live in Hawaii.
I know I wouldn't.
It's fucking expensive.
Fuck yeah, it is.
I heard it was like
Aren't there a
$30
bunch
for
of
like a
fucking
cheeseburger.
Democrats in Hawaii too? Aren't they like mostly Democrats?
I wouldn't. It's not even the politics that would keep me from moving there. It's they don't produce or make anything. Everything has to be brought from the main.
Which I don't understand either. Hawaii's been a fucking thing for as long as it has. Why wouldn't you start making shit there?
There isn't room.
Can't fucking make room?
No,
You can't cut down some fucking trees?
they can't get the underwater volcanoes to make the island bigger. It's mostly mountainous.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I thought it was like a bunch of trees and
No, it's
shit.
mostly mountains.
I thought it was like a forest.
No,
Oh.
it's a volcano island. It's mostly mountains.
Oh.
And the only reason there's even trees on it is because the fucking thing's been there so fucking long.
Oh.
The volcano is, broken down enough that there's soil. Dole actually owned most of it. Dole, the company, owned most of it. And most of the actual natives, like the people whose entire lineage is from Hawaii, they actually hate this country. Because they were more or less Dole slaves. So, yeah, they don't have the room. They can't build factories. They can't. There's not a place for it. And I'm sure part of that's a preservation act. They don't want to. They don't want to cut into the side of mountains to put in an automotive factory. And even then, you'd have to have everything shipped to them because there's not a place to put a foundry for your steel and all that shit.
Yeah, that's fair.
So everything has to be shipped from the mainland. What do you like to do other than work?
Play video games, really. That's kind of like my de-stress kind of thing.
Video games.
Yep.
That seems to be like, it's like everybody's thing under a certain age.
It's a more common thing now than it used to be.
Hell,
Well,
there's people even my age that it's like, yeah, I get off work and I go home and play Call of Duty or whatever for 8 fucking hours. I'm like,
I can't for 8 hours anymore. I'll go. The people that I play with, they tried to get me on last night, and I played for an hour, and I was like, dude, it's fucking 8:30. I'm going to bed.
Yeah, ever since I had my daughter, it's kind of died down because I like spending time with my daughter.
oh yeah, it's kind of important.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on... I didn't have a father. I don't know. Whatever.
Either.
Fathers don't want to spend time with their sons. They want to spend time with their daughters to tell them about people like you.
You mean people like you, motherfucker. I can count on my appendages how many people I've slept with. You would need toes, organs, feet of your intestine, fucking...
That's because I'm older than you.
Well, on the upside, Joe likes to spend time with your mom.
That just makes up one. That doesn't really sway the fucking scales that much. We need to get you a straw so you can get that little last bit out of the bottom.
I let the ice melt a little bit and get it.
But yeah, no. I don't know. I don't know. Ever since I was a kid, video games have been my escape.
Thank you.
Escape from reality, so it's just something that stuck.
Last game station I bought was a PS2, and I bought one game. I played it a handful of times.
I can't even imagine you playing a fucking video game.
Well, anymore the graphics I can't keep up. They're just visually unacceptable to me. Like anything like Flight Simulator and shit like that, fuck, vertigo instantly. But yeah, I bought the PS2 with the newest Grand Theft Auto game at the time.
You would buy Grand Theft Auto.
Because I
It's
wanted
a great game.
You want to beat up black people and hookers.
Yeah. And that's what I did. And like I said, I played it a handful of times and quit. But yeah, I watch people play some of these games online, and I'm like, no, I couldn't do that shit.
I listened to the podcast where I think it was you were talking about how that supermarket simulator. And I've played that. That's probably one of the fun games I've ever played, man.
Fuck you and fuck whoever made that game. Fucking supermarket.
Well, we close at
simulator.
9.
Hey man, I'm a sucker for them simulator games, man. Them game like I have Contraband Police. It's like you're like basically like border patrol. Every person that comes through, I'm just like, yeah, you're getting thrown in jail. I just throw them right in jail. Yeah, I've probably replayed that game like 5 times.
You're gonna get a job in government.
He just likes arresting Mexicans.
I think they're Russians, actually, if I'm not mistaken.
You're gonna start a war.
I might. Now we got proof here now. So.
Speaking of wars, do you own any guns?
I do. I own a Glock 19.
You didn't lose it? You're lucky.
No, I lost it. I have lost it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where'd you lose it?
I dropped it in the toilet by accident.
Must have been one of those super suckers in the airplane or something.
It might have been, yeah.
Part of a
I haven't seen it since. I mean, I don't know where it went.
It was really just next to the turd, but you couldn't tell because it's a Glock. Probably.
Now it's
Hey, they're not that bad. I've yet.
No,
to-
I just like talking shit about Glocks.
Yeah, I've never had a problem with that thing.
It's a long running joke. It's part of a Boeing bomb now, though. So, did Did you learn that trick from the Secret Service? Because there's a couple of those that are really notorious for leaving their guns in the bathroom on an airplane.
Dude, I still don't understand how you fucking, like, take off your belt with the holster, hang up the belt, and then walk out of the bathroom without your fucking belt and your gun. I don't understand.
They're not
Real
wearing,
easy.
They're not wearing a duty belt. They're not.
No?
No. Did you not see the assassination attempt on Trump? Those people were not wearing duty belts. That was all inside the waistband, concealed carry. They simply go in the bathroom, take the gun off, put it on a shelf, do their business, and walk away.
See, I'm thinking of, I read something the other day about someone, it was a police officer, went into a bathroom. I believe it was at a school, actually. I think it was like a student resource officer. Took off the duty belt, hung it in the fucking stall, and then left the bathroom without the gun and the whole belt. I'm like, how the fuck do you take off your heavy ass belt that has all of your fucking bat tools, all of the bat tools, and you don't notice that you leave bathroom without your fucking bat tools?
Have you ever picked up an empty duty belt?
No.
Go to a pawn shop, because there's a bunch of them in pawn shops. They have the belt and the pouches. No holster, but all the pouches for the cuffs and shit. They're fucking heavy.
Right. How do you not, like, oh man, this feels so good to take this fucking thing off?
Maybe he felt unburdened.
He had a breather.
From my
I feel
understanding,
like running around the track.
from my understanding, there was a student that found it in the bathroom.
I wouldn't tell.
Fuck no, I'm taking the gun out of the
Yeah,
holster,
exactly,
putting it in my backpack, I'm taking that shit home. Fuck you.
I'm taking my fucking shirt and my sweatshirt off, wrapping that thing around my fucking top like Rambo. Putting my shirt back on and walking out of there.
Yeah, if I found the utility belt, I'm not telling
Yeah, and then I'm
anybody.
just going to act like I'm sick so I can leave right now.
Yeah.
I'm going right to the nurse's office. That's where I'm going.
I can't lay down, but I gotta leave.
I don't feel good. Can you call my
Well,
mom?
here, let me check your breathing. No, I don't want that. Don't
You
touch
better
me.
step away from me.
Do not touch me.
My bandoleros on that. I mean, my you can't touch that side.
Or what? I got corona. You got to stay 6 feet away from me.
Right.
Don't come near me.
Oh, I saw a fucking X thread this morning. Guy in fucking England was like, "What's the craziest shit you remember from COVID?" And in his area, in order to go into the pub and get a pint of beer, you had to get something to eat. And the cheapest thing on the menu was a Scottish egg. So everybody in there's got a plate in front of them with a Scottish egg that they're not eating, and they're just drinking pints of beer. The whole thread was hilarious. They did shit even weirder than we did over there for COVID. Somebody reported their neighbors for going for a walk without masks on, and they were in such a remote part of the county or country that sheriff showed up and had to use a drone to even find the couple. And then it took them 30 minutes to get to them to write them a ticket for being outside without.
I'd have ripped that fucking ticket up in their face. It took you that fucking long to get to me, and you're gonna write me a ticket? Fuck you.
I would have. How would the English say it? I would have used it as loo roll and wiped my bum with it.
You didn't get the accent right.
I wasn't trying for an accent because I'm not from there.
Yeah, but I know how much you like the English accent.
Fuck you.
Try the accent.
It's only
Colin.
seconded by your love for Christmas music, which is coming soon.
It's already at work. Tommy Wee is already playing it in his office, so I can't go up there now. I have to send somebody
That's
else.
fucking awesome.
He come out to break today and was like, "I'm playing your kind of music today," and I'm like, "What?" He's like, "I got Christmas music playing." I'm like, "Fuck."
I wish he would just open the doors, like those two double doors and the other door, and just blast it.
The boss would have his ass for letting the heat out. So I wish he would too.
Yeah, but you got a better response to Christmas music than Don does, because I told Don about something like that, and he said he'd punch me in the face.
What was that? I don't even remember.
You said it earlier today.
I don't remember. We talked a lot of shit.
Yeah,
today.
you're right. I don't know, I said something about snow, and you said, you want to get punched in the face?
Oh, yeah.
I said we set up an appointment for 1:30.
Yeah, Jared, he's like, doesn't it make me think of memories of family and dinners, and I'm like, dude, I didn't have that as a kid. Christmas time, there were a whole lot of silent car rides because there was Christmas music on the radio. We didn't do that shit. So
See, you should end the cycle of hate.
Right. I hate Christmas. I hate Christmas.
Why did you catch your parents fucking during Christmas? Too?
That'd be crazy. No, that'd be crazy. That's traumatizing.
Oh,
Dad had mistletoe over mom's asshole.
I hate Christmas because my family it's nothing but drama. It is all drama in my family.
No, I felt that. I feel
It
that.
ain't me. It's my sisters.
I feel that. I feel that. Drama between family is just crazy.
Oh,
Well, my sister did end the curse of Christmas. Her family does all that stuff. So does my brother, my one brother,
Jerry or Ben?
Ben.
That makes sense. Ben seems like he would celebrate Christmas.
He's got enough freaking kids.
Yeah.
He looks like he's distinguished enough to celebrate Christmas.
He probably plays Santa.
Yeah. What's your favorite Christmas song? Frosty? Or like...
That one by Mariah Carey.
I was going to say, were you more of a Mariah Carey fan? Or is it the Days of Christmas?
Oh, what's the one that got banned from the radio? I mean, I'd take that any day of the week. 'Cause it got banned.
What was it? Oh, it's cold outside.
Yeah.
Yeah. When Wet Ass Pussy was number one, it's cold outside. Got fucking taken off the goddamn radio.
WAP.
God. What the fuck is wrong with this goddamn country, dude?
Dude, Tommy used to listen to that religiously, man. Every
Which
time.
one?
Wet ass pussy.
Oh.
Dude, you walk into his job site, man, and he'd just be playing that, and I'm like, dude, Tommy, you're like 50 something, dude. Like, why are you listening to this?
Oh man, I'm gonna see him in one of those predator catcher fucking videos I watch.
All right.
That'd be crazy.
So I have a scenario for you guys.
I wouldn't doubt it though.
Would you rather jerk off a gorilla or teach a gorilla to jerk you off?
Second one.
Jerk the girl off. Oh.
That was my thought too, because a gorilla's gonna rip my cock
I'd rather
off.
jerk the gorilla off because
Are we're talking gorilla, not orangutan, right? Because
No,
orangutans will just intentionally tear it off.
No, gorilla.
Yeah, I still jerk the gorilla off.
Yeah, but if you're teaching it,
How are you gonna teach it?
I don't know. It was your question. You
Well,
just
from someone that was in the ironworkers and we helped build the gorilla pen at the zoo. Fuck that shit.
Oh,
I
well,
thought you
there's
were about to-
there's another caveat to this. The
I-
gorilla doesn't know that you're gonna jerk it off. It's a surprise hand job.
I will go with this. Jane Goodall taught them how to use sign language, right? Never once did a fucking gorilla ask a question. You can't teach it shit. It's mimicking you. It's mimicking you. They never asked a fucking question.
Well, if they were just saying statements.
So you got to jerk off in front of the gorilla?
No. No, that's a cop out. No. No, you have to physically jerk the gorilla's dick.
Right, but if you're teaching the gorilla to jerk you off,
Then you gotta take its
then you
hand and
gotta-
put it on you. And it's gonna pull.
I
start
feel
me
like-
a
yeah, okay.
Kawasaki.
Can I take my answer back? I don't want to answer this question. I'm out.
what I'm saying,
I'm
like-
out of it.
All right, Kamala.
I grew up in a middle class home.
Everybody loved their fucking lawns.
I worked at McDonald's.
So when I worked in the ironworkers and we did the zoo for the gorilla pen, we had this thing's called a Lejeune gun. It torques the nuts down to around 1,000 pounds, and it snaps the end off.
Right.
The first day they let the gorillas back in, they walked up and they just broke them loose. We had to go back in put new bolts in, new nuts on, torque them down, and then weld them.
Hang on. Don, I've known you for how long?
Since you were a baby.
And I've never knew this story.
It's made up. It's fake.
It's not
news.
made up.
It's fake news.
It is not made up.
You've never told me this.
He worked overtime teaching the girls.
That's crazy.
It's a shameful part of his life, but it's a part of his
Yeah,
life.
he just left that out.
You know, I don't want to talk about that.
Yeah, I'm not letting a gorilla touch my dick. I will gladly touch a gorilla's dick if those are the two options.
Have you ever had a gorilla touch your dick?
I haven't.
So why are you hating on it?
Even what we would call a girl, a Toledo lady.
Oh my gosh. That was a good reference. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't hear anything.
Hey. Red basket blowhole would let it every day of the week.
Oh, fuck yeah. Bigger the better.
He'd be like, "Oh, so I got to jerk the gorilla. I'm just gonna blow it."
This is faster. I ain't got all day.
He kept trying to walk away.
He'd be chasing around. Come here, come here, come here.
I'm not done with you yet. We're going for round 2.
The gorilla would be scared, like, get away, get away.
Right?
He'd be trying to put a finger in its ass.
You let your kids do it? What the hell?
I don't think I want to know what this is about. I think I'll pass on this one.
Yeah, I fucking I was listening to some podcast earlier this week, and the next video then, because it was just on autoplay, was this video of this dude asking another dude that, and I was like, I don't want to be in that situation. I'm like, but I definitely don't want a gorilla to touch my dick.
It sounds like something that would have been on a Rogan podcast when he's got a comedian on, or
like Theo Von. I
Yeah.
can see Theo Von
Yeah.
being like, hey, which would you rather have?
dude. I never really liked Theo Von. I always thought he was just some fucking stoner dumbass, right?
No, that's just genuinely him.
Yeah, it really is. He did a interview with Dave Ramsey, and I'm like, this guy's fucking
Did you
smart
see
as
the
shit.
interview with fucking Trump where he's like calling him homie and shit?
Yeah.
I was like, this is crazy work.
Him talking about, this is horrible. You can't even do blow in this country.
Right. And Trump's like, what? So what happens when you do blow? Do you get like amped up? And he's like, oh man, it'll turn you into an owl, homie.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. But he did that interview with Ramsey, and I watched that, and I was like, not only is this guy smart as shit, he's rich as hell. Because he's not the stoner he sounds like. So he's like investing in a bunch of real estate and shit, and he's got advisors that tell him how to work his money. He's smart as fuck.
So I know the name, but I don't know that I've actually listened to any of his podcasts.
Oh, dude, he's hilarious.
This past weekend with Theo Von is the podcast name. It's fucking, depending on the guest, it's hilarious. But yeah, if Rogan had Theo Von and a couple of other comedians on, that sounds like a question that would come up. You know, would you teach it or would you let it do it to you? That sounds like, you know, a challenge that those guys would come up with.
I could see Bert Kreischer being like, I don't know, man.
That's a funny motherfucker, though.
Yeah,
Bert Kreischer's hilarious.
The machine would probably be like, I'm going to teach it mutual.
Yeah, I'll jerk it off while it jerks me off.
Yeah. If you
That
pull
is something
too hard,
he would
I'll pull
say.
too hard.
Him and Tom Segura are probably one of the funniest comedians I've
I
ever
saw
watched.
Tom Segura and got an autograph only because I listened to the Rogan stuff.
Really?
Yeah, I saw him at Levis Commons.
Dude, I bet he gets so tired. Him and Bert get so tired of like, oh, hey, do you know Rogan? They probably get so fucking tired of hearing that shit.
They talk about it. When I went to see Tom Segura, he walks out on stage and I'm like, Kingfish! And he can't see the audience. So he just kind of waves in my direction. And after the show, I'm like, hey, man, I've been listening to you on Rogan's podcast and on your guys' podcast for a while now. He's like, are you the one that yelled Kingfish? I'm like, yep. And I bought a Kingfish t-shirt and had him autograph it for me. Yeah. That podcast introduced me to so many things. Not just comedians, but like Jordan Peterson.
I like Jordan Peterson.
Me too. He uses all the words in the English language.
Even though he's really religious, I still really like Jordan
Yeah.
Peterson.
Yeah, same. And yeah, he likes to talk, and he's got a huge vocabulary.
He's very eloquent.
Yeah. And McCullough. He also made me realize that I don't like what the fuck is that guy's name? I'll have to think of his name because if I describe him, I'm going to be called all kinds of names.
You know,
He claims to be an astrophysicist or some bullshit.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
There you go. Can't fucking stand him.
Yeah, you definitely would have been called a lot of names. 1,000%. I can only imagine the way you were going to describe him. I don't even want to.
The only way I would have been able to describe him, I would have had to done it by physical attributes, and somebody would have figured out who I'm talking about.
Yeah.
You obviously picked it up.
I would have had no clue.
I love that every time I see Theo in a video, and it's either with a black dude or they bring up black dudes, he like goes into this weird like southern black dude twang where he starts saying brother a lot. Oh, them brothers, and like,
Well, it's because he's gonna get into politics soon. He's gonna pull the whole Hillary Clinton. I don't know ways feel tired.
like he was on a podcast with Drewski. I don't know if you know who Drewski
Oh my
is.
gosh.
And he's like, how much lotion does a brother use? He's like, because I see some of these brothers out here, you got to spray them with WD-40 or something.
Jesus
Or
Christ.
did you see the deodorant one where he's like, y'all start at the wrist and go down?
Dude, he fucking... And I'm just sitting there like... And Drewski's like, somehow, some way, this is racist. He's like, somehow, this is fucking racist.
I want to see him join the Hodge twins. Because that would be hilarious.
I don't want to see that.
That would be hilarious.
I do not want to fucking
Because
see
those
that.
guys are the complete opposite of your normal
PC.
Yeah. Those guys are the absolute opposite. So
ain't no
he'd
shit.
be able to get away with all that shit, and they'd join him. They would think it's hilarious. Well, I think anyway.
I remember one time he was talking about, it was Theo Von, he was talking to Drewski, and he was like, yeah, I went to, I don't remember the store name, but he was like, yeah, I got this Cat Williams in my house.
He's like, I got a Cat Williams statue in my house. And Drewski's like, what do you mean? He's like, I got it at Michael's. And he's like,
Michael's.
He's like, a Cat Williams statue at Michael's. And it's a video, and it's a black nutcracker. But this thing looks just like fucking Cat Williams.
Like, identical to Cat
Like,
Williams.
and he's like, that's a black nutcracker. He's like, that's for Christmas time.
And he's like, nah, it's Cat
he's like,
Williams.
nah, that's a
man.
motherfucking Cat Williams right
yeah.
there. And he's like, no, dude, it's a black nutcracker. And they pull up a picture of Cat Williams, and then they zoom in on the fucking nutcracker. It looks just like fucking Cat Williams.
And then Drewski was like, that's got to be racist. Or he said something. He was like,
somehow, some way, that's
Yeah.
racist. Yeah, he's like, somehow, some way, that's fucking racist.
and then Theo was like, it was on sale.
He's like, it was on sale, but I didn't think it should be.
Yeah, I didn't think it should have been. Theo Von just be saying, he says
says
stuff and
anything.
he's done it. He like,
Yeah, he
just
says
doesn't
he
care.
says anything that comes to his fucking head.
Did either of you watch the J.D. Vance interviews?
I've watched one.
Oh, man. That guy, he is like so freaking down to earth. He reminds me of a politician right here in Ohio, Jared Majewski. Like,
Yeah, except Jared Majewski is a lot more crude.
no.
I just watched a video the other day where it was a stitch of Kamala, and he's like, no, you aren't, you fucking bitch. It was like a whole fucking thing. He was like, it was way more crude than I thought it was going to
J.D.
be.
Vance doesn't direct his language at a person, but he talks just like we do.
Oh, really?
Oh, fuck yeah, dude. Drops the fucking F-bomb. I mean, he is a normal fucking person. When what interview was it? I think it was the Rogan interview he did. Like, they started talking about they both have kids, and they talked about how funny it was when kids cuss. It was hilarious. He's like, they're on an airplane. He's taking his kid to DC with him, and his kid drops the cookie or the biscuit or whatever, and looks at him and goes, "Well, fuck, Dad."
I wouldn't have a response to that as a dad. I'd just be like,
They were both talking about how funny it is when kids cuss. When, all right, I know I need to tone my language down now.
Right.
That kid didn't get it from the TV. He got it from his dad.
right.
So that was the hardest thing, is trying to tell my kids, no, you can't cuss.
Yeah.
And you cuss like a fucking sailor.
I do.
Yeah. My stepson got to a certain age. I call him my son, but
Yeah.
he's technically my stepson. He got to a certain age. I hear him talking to his friends and shit.
All right.
I'm like, look, dude, you can use that kind of language, but if you ever direct it at me or at your mom, it's your ass is grass.
I've always told my kids,
And never around your grandparents or other adults.
I said, I don't care that you guys cuss. I really don't. Don't do it around the house. Don't do it around any of the family. And I don't care.
Yeah, and to this day, my kid he doesn't cuss around his grandparents, So, yeah, it is funny though when little kids,
Right.
shit. Rogan's story was about they went skiing and they forgot a helmet or something. Like, his little daughter was like, "Well, shit." But yeah, Vance, dude, he's a fucking normal dude.
I mean, that's not as surprising. I mean, he is from Ohio.
You know what's awesome?
What?
He's going to be the first Marine vice president. And he's also going to be the lowest ranked Marine to now be in charge of generals.
That's awesome.
He's only a couple years younger than me. I think that he might take the White House for the 8 years after Trump. I hope so.
That'd be nice.
I really hope he does, because that'd be sweet. Look at me, how I steered us into politics.
I know, right?
We're
doing so good, Joe.
Weaseled his way right into it.
What do you want to talk about next? Taxes?
No.
I know when I was listening to, or when I was posting the other podcast, it brought up the part where you guys were talking, and it was something along the lines of, "I know you don't really want to talk about politics. That's really more my thing. We can talk about something else."
Oh, that one podcast that you couldn't hear
Yeah. Hey, there was nothing I could do after the fact.
because somebody didn't teach us.
Fuck you. I had it set up. I thought I had it set up well. I don't know. There was only one line in the thing. Like, line 1 didn't get recorded on. I don't know what the fuck happened with that.
Don and I are like, maybe we got a bad microphone. Maybe we should set up and switch microphones around. And
We tested every microphone, making sure things were working. Like,
everything's showing up on the little box.
You old fucks.
we don't know.
At least now I have somewhat of an idea.
Fucking trying to hostile take over my podcast.
I certainly hope Don paid better attention than I did. I've been more concerned about getting dinner than worrying about this. But
Well, you didn't fucking get dinner.
huh?
You didn't get dinner yet.
No, I'm not getting it ready. You bastard.
Hey, when I showed up tonight,
Might be hostile takeover, but I'll feed you.
when I showed up tonight, Joe's over there in the kitchen doing his stuff for dinner. He finally come over. It was almost a half hour after I was here. He's like, "I haven't had a cigarette yet." He's like, "You know what? I didn't even check the mail." I said, "Oh shit, you were getting dinner done."
Well, I never made shepherd's pie. I made it from scratch. I wanted to get it done. So before I left for work this morning, I got everything set up in the kitchen. That way I could come home and get to work right away. Yeah, I came straight home, put the dog outside, fucking changed my clothes, washed my hands, and went straight to work. So, you can judge me. That's okay. What you Googling over there, boy?
Nothing important. Trying to find tracking information.
Who is she?
Or he.
Yeah, it could be a he. Meeting at Walmart.
No,
Shoe section.
her name is Conversion Kit.
At ATF.
I don't need a tax stamp for this one, motherfuckers. It's got a brace on it.
What size drill bit do I need for the third hole?
Gotta love the ATF though.
I know, and the fucking technology advancements in like the last 15, 20 years have ruined trying to do illegal shit and be able to use the internet to figure out how.
Yeah, because Tor and Onion, they're no longer the dark web.
Well, that, and even if you just wanted to, like, say I wanted to go to a fucking, like, internet cafe in Toledo or some shit, they're gonna have cameras, and it's gonna show a timestamp of whenever I look anything up. They're gonna know who the fuck was there. I'd have to go in there, like, with a mask and my hood up.
At ATF. Something tells me this.
That's just the
guy's
average day in
researched it.
Toledo though. Everyone goes everywhere with their hood up and mask on.
Drives around without insurance and crashes into people too. But that's just a,
That's just Toledo.
that's why I don't go there. I literally will not go past Toledo Airport.
Dude,
And that's not even Toledo.
I fucking giggled last night. There was this fucking bitch behind me, dude. The whole way from Holland to fucking Swanton. And we kept hitting red lights. Well, every time I fucking shift, I lose all the fucking pressure I had from the turbo. Every fucking time I shift. So I have to get back to the spool of it. So that I'm like getting out of people's way. You know what I mean?
Why don't you run the spool up higher?
Trying to save gas. I shift at like 3,000 RPM.
Okay.
4, I'm telling you, if you were to drive the fucking thing, 4, it sounds too much. It's not like when I had the Trans Am and I would fucking like shift whenever the fuck I wanted to. I've never had a fucking stick shift 4-cylinder, and the thing fucking like I'm trying to be weary of it.
Now I need to drive it.
It's not that it sounds bad. It's just that high of RPM, anything over 4,000 RPM, sounds weird to me because I'm so used to having like a stick shift V8.
I almost drove it tonight.
I run my non-turbo 2-liter Ford all the way to 5,500. When I'm on it, I'll run that fucker all the way to 5,500 RPM.
Well, first gear is also really fucking short.
I'll do that in third.
See, I probably could in second and third and fourth, fine. But first gear, I'm for sure shifting at like 3,500, 4. It's just such a short gear. I only get about fucking 15 mile per hour before I hit 4,000
I'd get at
RPM.
least 25.
Motherfucker, you can go drive it right now.
No, I'm not going to do that. Calling me a 1-800-GRAB DUI and shit. Unauthorized use and he's drunk.
Fucking take you for a ride in it.
So when I left earlier, I almost took his car. I'm like, I think there's enough room for me to get out.
I was a little tight. That's why I said you could just take it if you wanted to. But so every time regardless, motherfucker, every time I shift, I like have to spool it back up. It's also a 1.4 liter, goddamn it. It doesn't spool a turbo very quickly.
That's why you keep it at a high enough RPM that the spooling, it doesn't spool all the way down.
Okay, I'll try that when I fucking leave here. Regardless.
He's going to leave here and be like, nee, nee, nee. And we're going to hear, woo, woo, woo.
I don't know. There's people speed down this fucking road every day and they don't get caught.
True
so-
story. That guy on that fucking Harley every day. Whew.
But so I shift into second, and this fucking bitch in this minivan damn near hits me because like I shifted and I like bogged down a little bit, and there's no brake lights, but she's not paying attention. Well, she flips me off, so I put my window down. Fuck you, you fucking bitch. And then follows me the whole fucking way. Well, if you're gonna drive erratic like that, I'm now driving slower and I'm slowing down sooner because I need enough fucking room so that if you're not paying attention, I can get the fuck out of the way because I'm not getting rear-ended. Fuck you. By the
She
time
interpreted that as, this motherfucker is really starting to piss me off. Because now he is actively trying to make me fucking late to get home and eat
it's a
pot roast.
4-lane highway, Joe. She could have gotten the other lane.
But you were in her lane.
Oh, okay. Blonde bitches, they own the fucking road.
Yeah. She's like, get in your own lane, bitch.
Well, we hit another fucking red, and she's just like above the fucking steering wheel staring at me in the rear view. So I just flipped her off. And she starts like dancing, flipping me off in the fucking seat.
She's probably making a TikTok video. That's
Probably.
what cunts do.
Probably.
Probably.
She was definitely a fucking cunt.
Probably.
So we get to mail pouch, and somebody slows down because they're turning right in, like, after mail pouch. And I see her holding her phone with both hands over the steering wheel, taking a picture of the ass into my car.
TikTok.
And I'm like,
Yep.
I'm like, this dumb bitch, all that's going to do is show that you're not fucking following like, you have no hands on your fucking steering wheel, and you're on your phone. Dumb fucking cunt.
TikTok
I would have
makes
made
you
an
do.
immediate right. Just
Had I known
right.
she was turning, but she didn't use a turn signal, I would have turned.
You're just supposed to know
Right.
women. You're just supposed to know
Dude, if I
that
could
they're
read
turning.
minds, if I could read minds, my life would be so much different. Dude, I was like, and it didn't make me mad at all, because I'm like, if you hit me, I'm not gonna fucking care. It's not my fucking insurance. At that point, rear end me, bitch.
Change the subject. Who does some of your tattoo work?
Oh, my brother actually.
Really?
Yeah. He actually he's out of Toledo. He started tattooing me when I was 16. He did my first one right here, on my forearm, and after that he just kind of did all my tattoos.
Where did he learn?
I think it's just something that he picked up. He just like picked it up, and then he actually he got to talk to one of the like #1 female tattoo artists out of Toledo, and she wanted him to work for her, and he just said no because he has like 4 or 5 kids, so he kind of wanted to just stay in the area. And then he actually got me into tattooing, which my girlfriend, I've done probably like 5 or 6 of her tattoos. They're not big, you know, I'm not like an artist or anything, but you know, it's not hard to just take a stencil and put it on skin and just trace it. But I would never do like big stuff. Like hers are just like little dinky tattoos. But I mean, he's giving me a deal on most of them. Like I think the one on my forearm I paid like $100 for. This one right here I paid 84 right here. It says time heals all wounds. It's got a rose at the bottom with an angel on top. And then my hand tattoo, that was probably like $120. This one so as he was doing it, he told me he had to set the ink, which I didn't know what that meant. And as he just gets done, and I'm like, you know, it hurt. You know,
Oh,
a
yeah,
hand
of course
tattoo
it does.
definitely hurt.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, you know, like that looks good. And he said, gotta set the ink, and just palms the top of my hand. I wanted to scream so loud. That hurt so bad. But I don't think anything's as painful. I got a rib tattoo. That was painful. That took a lot out of me. That was like a 6-hour tattoo, and I just...
Joe, when you're gonna get your ribs finished?
I don't know, man. I gotta find an artist I can trust.
You're gonna still keep with that us veteran tattoo artists or us veteran tattoo getters. We just say that's good enough when it hurts that bad.
God, that shit. Woo.
No, rib tattoos, they hurt.
Well, I got the dueling, and
Oh, that looks like it hurt.
the top of the one felt like dude was holding a lighter to my nipple. I mean,
Yeah.
it fucking hurt.
I got a
Holy
tattoo
shit.
on my left pec, and I felt all the pain in my right nipple.
Yeah,
And I was like, this don't make sense.
yeah.
I didn't
hurt.
have that. I got the one right here.
Well, that's because you're a real man, Don.
Show off.
Yeah.
I'm telling you
No.
all the time.
My back tattoo hurt like a
Dude, I don't
motherfucker.
get that either.
I heard
I've-
back tattoos hurt like a.
I don't get that either. My back has not hurt
My Grim
one
Reaper.
bit.
Everybody's different. You either have a top or bottom that hurts, or a left or right that hurts.
Really?
Yes, like my back, top, no big deal. Left, right, didn't matter.
Right.
I fell asleep for my 11-hour
Right.
don't tread tattoo. I was asleep for a lot of it. But once we got below the center of my back, holy shit.
It must be like the center of my back that's gonna fucking suck then, because my tramp stamp didn't hurt one bit, except for the fucking second time she went over it, and the one at the top of my back didn't hurt at all either.
Does your brother got pro equipment, or what's he running?
Oh yeah, he's got a pen. It's like a
A rotary.
yeah, and
Oh,
he
those are
uses
cool.
that. He uses that, but the only problem with that is like the battery would die. So like he'd have to he'd do that for like quick tattoos, but like if it was something like big like on my forearm. Actually, cool story about this one is when he was doing the one on my left forearm, he was doing the bottom half of it.
Yeah.
He actually let me do the top. So like I did the angel. I'm not gonna say I did most of it. I did the angel part while he was doing the bottom. So I had 2 tattoo guns going at the same time, and I'm actually really surprised at how this one turned out because I did that angel. But then again, I mean, it was his stencil. I was just tracing over it and all that.
Yeah. You ever seen the pneumatic, the air-driven machines?
I've
are
never seen
freaking
those.
Sweet. It sounds like you're at a damn dentist's office, though. That's just like, ay.
Actually, crazy story about my first tattoo. Actually, so my dad left my life when I was probably like, I want to say, from what I can remember. In my head, I always say I was 2 years old when my dad left, but apparently I was like 6 when my dad left. I don't know. That's from what my mom said.
Same dad to your brothers, or no?
No, we all have. So I have an older brother and an older sister, and then I have another older brother.
Okay.
So it goes a brother, sister, brother, me. So my oldest brother, sister have the same dad. He's actually on Toledo's most wanted list.
Woohoo!
Yeah. My dad, big drug addict. Like he did crack, all sorts of stuff. The only one that actually I think was successful out of my family was my middle brother's dad, because he was in the Marines. He went to Iraq, Afghanistan, or where was it? I think it was Iraq. I'm pretty sure it was Iraq.
I bet he's fucked up right now.
Oh yeah, he's not. From the, I think it was like 3 times I've met him. He was just like sits still, and he's just like zoned out most of the time.
Yeah.
But he actually drove my mom to, I think my mom's first like pediatrician appointment with me.
Yeah.
Because my dad wasn't around. You know, he was too busy getting high and all that. So if you ask me, the only one that was really successful that my mom dated was my middle brother's dad. And I have a lot of respect for him, you know, because every time I see him, I try to treat him with like the most respect, because I know what he's been through, you know. He went to Iraq. Like that's a crazy story right there in itself. But yeah, I mean, I met my dad twice since I've been, you know, growing up. I met him when I was 11, and I was still young and dumb. I was cocky. I was like, he called me on New Year's on my mom's birthday, and he's like, Ryan, this is your dad. And I was like, no, it's not. Hung up the phone. He called back, and he's like,
I never called you.
Stop. Don't even go there, man. Don't even go there, man.
You got it wrong. He's Big Daddy.
Right, yeah, I'm Big Daddy, Don.
It's always been the joke that I'm like, hey, you're my kid. You know, I'm old enough to be your dad.
Oh, 100%. Him and my mom tell each other they love each other all the fucking. It's weird. It's weird, and it's even more weird because I asked mom because I was watching my 2 kids and I only got 1 vehicle, so my girlfriend takes my car to work. And my mom, I asked her, I said, hey, I was like, since you're here, I was like, can you go get us dinner? She's like, yeah, where do you want? And I was like, Wendy's. So she drives to Wendy's.
Sees Don.
I sees Don. I get this
She
text.
didn't see me. I seen her. I texted Ryan. I go, oh hey, tell your mom I said I love her.
I text my mom. I said, Don said he loves you, and my mom, I guess, swung around Don and said, love you too, Don.
No, she just went around. I texted you that,
right.
and you asked, what? I said, I'm at Wendy's. Your mom's right behind me.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
So I pull up the speaker. I'm in the middle of ordering food for my daughter, and all I hear is his mom, I love you too, Don.
When I tell you Don's known me my whole life, Don has known me my whole life. Don's known me since I was a little kid.
All right, we've only got about a minute left. What do you want to talk about?
Big Daddy, it's been fun, man.
It has been fun. I appreciate you guys having me.
Hey, you're welcome back. You're welcome to come back on. I guess we didn't really get to a whole lot of bullshit I could be wrong about.
No, Don made sure that we didn't talk about politics.
I know. I still fucking hate taxes.
I agree.
But I am drunk a lot, so I am wrong a lot. So you can fucking...
If you want to fact check his stories about his family or if he would jerk off a gorilla, hit us up in the email at mikesharderpodcast@gmail.com.
When I learned how to make memes, y'all motherfuckers are in trouble.
Dude, it's not fucking hard. You literally just find a picture, and your phone has a thing where you can click edit, and you can add text to it.
Well, when I had a laptop, I could make memes, but
I know we're about to end, but Colton, do you remember iFunny?
Mm-hmm. Oh my god, dude. Joe would he'd probably go crazy looking at memes on iFunny. Back when I was in high school,
me and
iPhoney.
Mr. Bill lost our shit on fucking the text message thing. There was like text messages sent to the wrong people and shit. So I'm easily entertained. We need to get Mr. Bill on here. That'd be a good show.
Hey man, you're guest acquisition.
Well, I get to see him.
Tell him
tomorrow.
you'll teach him how to jerk you off.
I'll teach him how to jerk off a gorilla. All he needs is a bag of oats. Oh wait, that's horses.
Wouldn't bananas work better?
And vegetable oil.
Like I said, that's I was thinking horses.
On that note, I hope you all enjoyed. If you didn't, eat a dick.
Follow us on X.
I know you're actually doing stuff with the Twitter.
I am trying. Don't dead name us, by the way. It's X.
It's Twitter. It's Twitter.
Whatever. You call it Twitter more than anybody I know.
It's Twitter.
Twitter's just where I watch my porn, so I don't really care.
I second that.
Me too.
Oh,
Twitter or
3
Reddit?
people.
Reddit as like if I want something obscure, I'll go to Reddit.
I only go to Reddit for one thing.
It's got some local ladies.
Can't talk about that.
Is it people fucking while the news is on?
No.
It's gorillas, man. It's gorillas.
Absolutely not.
On tonight's news.
Fuck you, Golden.
Oh shit! All
All
right.
right. Other than all that bullshit, I guess we'll catch you next time.
See y'all.